everybody. I sat down last night to prepare this speech, and I'm sitting down and I check out the topic. And the topic is way number 32, HaShem's, which means to love HaShem's creation. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like amazed, like wow, this is crazy. This is like totally connects to my life in the past 36 hours. And I want to tell you a crazy story that happened to me over Shabbos, and maybe we could learn a lesson from it. So basically, it was around probably 4:30, 5 o'clock Shabbos afternoon, and one of the families in Richardson went for a walk. And they knocked on our door to wish us a good Shabbos. So, obviously they stood back and we were standing by the front door schmoozing, socially distant. And fine, great, we're having a nice schmooze. And somewhere in the schmooze, my wife mentioned that her and the kids have been working on a garden. So they went around to the side yard, to the backyard, to go to the garden. So I went out the back door with my son that I was holding, and the side gate was open, and my back door was open for like 2 minutes when we were looking at the garden together. Now during these exact 2 minutes, a cute little puppy, a little chihuahua, comes bolting in the side gate, runs into my yard, and then runs straight in the back door into my house, and is just like running circles around my dining room table. And first we try getting him out. He's not interested in leaving, calms down. We give him some cholent, comes to Shabbos afternoon, you give him some cholent. He seemed to really enjoyed it, which is why we actually started calling him cholent after that. And we were trying to look at, people looking around outside, seeing if anyone was looking for a lost dog, trying to find the owners anywhere. No signs of anyone looking for a lost dog, no owners. So we figured, okay, it's Shabbos, what can we do right now? We'll keep him till after Shabbos. After Shabbos, we'll post online, we'll try to find the owners. So he stays with us for the rest of Shabbos. After Shabbos, I downloaded the Nextdoor app, which is a kind of like a neighborhood app. I post on that and on Facebook. We're trying to find the owners. Night's getting late, no real leads. So we figured, okay, I'll sleep over tonight. And hopefully tomorrow we'll go to a vet, and a lot of dogs have microchips, and you can kind of track the owner from there. So we go to sleep. The kids wake up in the morning super excited that the dog was still there. They thought we'd find the owners. So they were really excited. And today we had a great, great day with the dog. We walked the dog, went to the park with the dog. And at some point in time, we went to the vet to check for the microchip. Sure enough, there was no chip in the dog, and we had really no leads to this dog. So on the way home from the vet, we stopped at the pet supermarket to buy some dog food. We didn't know how long we would have this dog for, hoping to find the owners, but not really knowing. And when I went in the supermarket, I remember thinking to myself, like, wow, this has been such an interesting experience, like bizarre. And there's so many unique mitzvahs that I never had the opportunity to really experience until now. To name a few, the laws of interacting with the pet on Shabbos, and then the laws of feeding pets in general, pets being fed before you, taking care of God's creations, tzar b'alei chayim, making sure they're not in pain. And then what actually made me think of it was when I was in the pet store, so I was checking the ingredients of the dog food, because there's actually a prohibition to give milk and meat to your pets, the same way it's prohibited for you to eat milk and meat. It's prohibited to feed it to your pets. So I was reading the ingredients on the dog food label, and I was thinking to myself, like, wow, I've never done this before, like had the mitzvah of making sure I give my dog non-milk and meat. And then continued till last night, and thank God we managed to find the owners and bring the dog back, doing the mitzvah of returning the lost dog, as well as the mitzvah of sanctifying God's name. And it was really a really unique experience, which thank God ended with giving back the dog to his proper owners. And I was thinking to myself as I was thinking about loving God's creations, that it's really one of the ways to wisdom if you love God's creations. We took care, we loved this dog for 36 hours, and I can't tell you how much I've learned in the past 36 hours. I've learned, first of all, just a lot about dogs, a lot more than I ever knew before. But also I learned a lot about different mitzvahs and a lot about different aspects of Torah that I don't often interact with on a daily basis, and I learned a lot about that. So I don't know if this is what Rav Noach intended, but he was in his 48 ways, and I encourage everyone to read what he wrote, because it's not similar at all to what I just spoke about, and it's also a great piece of Torah and great way to work on yourself. But that was kind of what resonated with me in the moment, in terms of if you really, really love God's creations, it will guide you towards wisdom.